In this video, I'm going to be going over using function notation. This is just a different way of saying something that you already know. Y equals. Usually we say y equals, you may have heard of mx plus b, the standard form of an equation of a line. But today we're going to learn the function notation. Instead of y equals, we're going to put here f of x. Now, that is just the notation that we're replacing it with, right? It's still kind of the output, but we're using two letters now. Why are we using two letters? Well, we're giving the function something it didn't really have before. Before it was just random function, standard form of a line. But now it's f of x. It's f, which is the name of the function. It's f, all right? So what is x? X represents the input of the function. And the output is after it's been evaluated. Evaluated. If I can spell evaluated. It's the evaluated number. Well, evaluated result. Let's just put that for now. Right? What we're saying is, in English, we say f of x. That's how we read that. What we're saying is function f in terms of x. What does that mean? We have a function that is represented by a variable that could be any number, and that variable is x. So let's just give an example. This is a function f in terms of x. So what if we said h of g? Well, that would be the function h in terms of g. So we have g plus 23. That's a very simple one, but that's h. That would be h, and it's in terms of g. Make sense? Now, the crucial thing to remember is that this is not multiplication. See, sometimes you might have a times b plus c minus d, That is multiplication, where you're distributing the ab plus ac minus d. Yeah, see, no, that's not what this is. That is a big no. This is a notation. You never multiply f times x. If you did that, you could actually write that out. You could say f of x times x. But that would be like this. F of x times x. And if f of x was indeed this, it would be x times f of x, which is x squared plus 2x plus 4. Makes sense? This is our function, and we're multiplying that function times x. So you distribute that x throughout the entire function, and you get x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x. All right, here's an example of how the notation could be used. We don't really have a formula for this one, mathematical formula. This is just a representation, okay? Use function notation to represent a function whose input is a month and the output is the number of days in that month. I have no idea how this function operates, but we know which month we're talking about, and we will be able to input that into our formula, and we get out the number of days in that month. So what do? Let's just say it's F again, and we put F of January. All right. What does that equal? That equals the output, which would be 31 days, right? 31 days in that month. So we input January into this formula, and we got out 31. So in, out. Formula F. Make sense? So what if we put F of, I don't know, August? How many days are in August? 31? Yeah, pretty sure. I can always do that old trick where you count on your knuckles. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, 31 days. 31 days, because there's 2 days or 2 months in a row where there's 31 days in them. Makes sense? F of February. That would give us what? 28? Usually? Usually it's 28 days. Let's assume it's not a leap year. There's a 1 in 4 chance that I'm incorrect when you're watching this. So that's how it works. We can also write a table for this. Then input month number. Let's just put month number and number of days in the month, right? So January is month number 1. We could put 31. February, month number 2, 28. March, 31 again. April, 30. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 31, 30, 31, 31 again, 30. Am I right? Yes. 31, 30, 31. And you could say F of 1 is 31. Same thing as F of January, right? So it's just our mathematician way of writing out things. It's a quick way to write out things, because in my next lesson, actually, we'll want to be able to ask people really fast questions. So all we want to say is evaluate F of 10. Instead of writing out the whole sentence, evaluate how many days are in the month of October. Instead of saying all those words, we're just saying F of 10. Give us what F of 10 is. F of 10, 31. Easy.